Welcome to Hunter Highlights. I'm Toby Porcelain and this is Interviews with TP. Since making his NRL debut in round 15, putting a face to the name of Ryan Stig has come relatively easy. With a man of the match performance on debut, the Knights have ensured Stig's name remains close to home, with the club signing the playmaker for the next 2 seasons. Ryan, thanks for joining me on Hunter Highlights. It was back to work yesterday for the Knights with the first day of pre-season. Is it good to be back into it?
Yeah, it's good to be back in the swing of things. Had a good break, so looking forward to getting back into things and getting fit again, and having a good pre-season.
Is it a bit like the first day back at school?
A little bit, it was exciting to see all the boys again and a few new faces, and I think we've got a really strong squad this year, so it was a bit. Everyone was buzzing and pretty excited, for sure.
There's some old faces coming back to the club along with some new signings. There must be a great sense of anticipation throughout the club at the moment.
Yeah, definitely. There's a bit of a buzz around. It feels a bit like a new club with so many fresh faces. There's plenty of new support stuff as well with Wayne and his support staff coming on board. So there's definitely a buzz around the place. There's a lot of a lot of local juniors coming back to the club. So I think everyone's looking forward to a big off season.
Just give us a brief insight into what happens on day one of pre-season.
We just had a bit of few tests, few basic tests, just a beat test and some skin folds, so your body fat and stuff like that. And the boys that were going all right and made their targets, they get another week off. So, and the blokes that didn't, they were here at 6 o'clock this morning. So yeah.
So it does pay not to let yourself go too much in the off season.
Yeah, well, it's good to give your body a rest. You need a rest. You're working for a fair bit of the year, but to look after yourself a little bit doesn't hurt. It's giving some boys an extra week and a half off. Yeah.
Despite pre-season training starting yesterday, your involvement over the next month will be somewhat restricted, given that you have undergone a couple of off-season operations. How is the body holding up?
Still a little bit sore. I only got my groins done about 8 days ago now. But they're feeling really good considering. I seen the doctor yesterday. My shoulder's feeling really good. It's been 3 weeks yesterday since the surgery. So I'm really happy with both my surgeries. But groins still got a little bit to go. But I'm sure there'll be plenty of stuff that I'll be able to do. So yeah.
So when are you expecting to be back in full flight on the training paddock?
Sort of set a bit of a goal to be 100% by Christmas, by going into the Christmas break, and then that'll allow me to do a bit of training over the Christmas break, and then back into the full swing of things come when we come back after Christmas. So that's the goal, and hopefully everything goes smoothly.
I want to take you back to June 18, your NRL debut against Penrith. After spending numerous years representing the Knights at junior level, getting that tap on the shoulder to pull on the first grade jumper, it must have meant a lot.
Yeah, definitely. I think any young kid that plays footy in the Hunter, I think that's probably their dream, to pull on the red and blue. And it was a great night, and something I'll remember for a very long time. I was really excited, and I was just happy to get out there and get all the other stuff out of the way. And it was like I said, it was a great night, and I'll remember it for a really long time. Yeah.
You have spent most of your life living in the area, so to firstly make your debut at your home ground, and secondly pick up the man of the match, the script couldn't have gone much better, could it?
No, that's right. It was a bit of a fairy tale sort of debut. So, mate, you're right. I couldn't be happier with how I went in that first game, and I think my form was all right for the rest of the year as well. I was really happy to hold my spot for the rest of the year. That was something. Once I got the spot, I didn't want to let it up. So, Yeah, no, mate, like I said, yeah, it was a great night.
You play both halfback and also 5'8". Do you have a preferred position?
Not really, mate. I'm really happy to play 5'8" when you got a really good halfback inside you, and with Mullo most of the time, I love playing outside him. But in saying that, I don't mind playing halfback because you can get your hands on the ball a bit more. And I probably feel my better games this year were at halfback when I didn't have Mullo there and Kurt there as well. So I'm not too bothered, mate. Love getting my hands on the ball and just happy to play my role for the team, I guess.
Prior to June 18, you were playing New South Wales Cup with the Knights feeder club, the Central Coast Centurions. Was the step up to the NRL all that you expected?
I knew it'd definitely be a step up, and a lot of people have asked me what was it like, what's the difference, and a lot of people talk about speed, and it definitely is faster, but it's just more end to end, and you don't get that break, you don't get as many mistakes. So yeah, there's a definite step up there, and if you're not on your game, you certainly get found out, that's for sure.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but you found out midweek that you were going to be making your debut, but you had to keep it under wraps. How tough was that?
Yeah, it's pretty tough. I told a few of my close friends, but Newcastle's a pretty small place, so stuff spreads pretty quickly. But yeah, I think I've done a pretty good job keeping it under wraps. Had to delete a few Facebook posts off my page from some people, but it was good. I was just really excited, and I got to tell the people close to me, so yeah, it was good.
So Mum and Dad weren't kept out of the loop?
No, they were one of the first to know, and they were pretty happy, obviously. But yeah, they were happy to keep the secret as well.
Since making your debut, you've been making headlines all for the right reasons. Did the initial unforeseen attention bring any external pressure?
Nah, not really, mate. I didn't really look at it like that or think of it in any way. I was just I was just really enjoying the ride and just concentrating on my footy and not really concentrating on any of that sort of stuff. And I think it helped me to just be able to concentrate and relax and just play footy. So yeah, no, it was a little bit of a shock at first, but I've been enjoying it. So yeah.
Has there been much change for you personally since June 18?
Yeah, few different things. Signed a new deal and a bit more security and getting a bit more settled and stuff like that here in Newey. So I'd been to Townsville before last year, so come back into town and but yeah, just looking to get settled now. So there's definitely been some changes, yeah, for sure.
As you mentioned, the Knights have snapped you up for the next 2 seasons, but it was Wayne Bennett who instructed the club to act quickly and re-sign you, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so, mate. And that's good that Wayne wanted to keep me on board. And, I'll take that as a confidence booster, and hopefully I can repay the faith, I guess, this year and next.
It's certainly a glowing endorsement, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess so. He's he's seen as probably the best coach in the league, so and he's had a lot of success. So hopefully we can have a bit of that success here at Newcastle over the next 4 years.
There was interest from other clubs which you turned down. What was the clinching factor behind signing with the Knights?
Just Newcastle, mate. I'm from Newcastle. I'm a local boy and never wanted to go anywhere. Loved living in Newcastle, loved playing here at home in front of my friends and family. And when I moved away from Newcastle, you soon realise what a great place it is to live. And so that was probably the clinching factor for me. Yeah.
Given that your 2-year deal is in the bag, does this mean your work at the General Roberts Hotel has ceased?
Yeah, mate, to tell you the truth, I wasn't working there much at all. I was working think about 4 hours a week, and I was living just around the corner, so it helped when I was playing reserve grade at the time. But yeah, I kept working for a couple of weeks there, but yeah, it got a bit too busy. So, but in saying that, they were good to me and really helped me out. So yeah.
In terms of role models, who do you look up to?
My friends and family. They've been obviously a pretty big part of my career and my life to this point. So I got really good people around me here at Newcastle, and they're probably my biggest role models. Yeah.
A practice that the team has embraced over the years is coming together for prayer before running onto the field for a game. Now, this is something which is pretty close to your heart, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm a pretty strong Christian, and it's a big part of who I am. And I love it that we all get together and have a pray before we go out. And it's really enjoyable for me, and I think the other boys like it as well. Yeah.
Since making your NRL debut, you have been handed the role of leading the team in prayer. How did that come about?
Oh, I don't know. It's either me or the chaplain. It's not sort of a formal thing. I didn't get the nod or anything like that. It's just something that I'm happy to do. I'm not always the one that says it. Sometimes some other boys do it. So it wasn't like I got the nod or anything like that. Yeah.
Outside of football, how do you relax and spend your time?
Like I said, mate, I've got some good friends and family around, so hang around with them. And Newcastle's got some pretty nice beaches, so I like to get down there. And that's about it, really.
Growing up, rugby league wasn't the only sport you showed some promise in, but also cricket, I believe.
I played cricket up till I was about 14. And it was when I made the Harold Matthews, the Knights under 16s squad. When I was about that age, it sort of just wasn't really a decision. I just went to trainer and sort of haven't played cricket again. So I've played a bit with school and stuff like that, and still enjoy it. But footy just kind of took over, I guess.
In terms of your cricketing ability, what were you?
I was a batsman wicketkeeper, yeah.
So the Whites have been well and truly tucked away?
Yeah, I guess maybe when footy finishes, I might have a muck around with a few mates, but they're tucked away for a while anyway. Yeah.
And just finally, Ryan, with the surname Stig, what's the best Top Gear gag you've heard?
I don't know. I usually just get the Stig. I haven't heard any special ones really. It's usually just the Stig. So I'm getting used to it though.
Well, Ryan, I wish you a speedy recovery, and thanks very much for joining me this afternoon.
Thanks very much, mate. Thanks for having me.